Okay, recording this video on Sunday, the 29th of August 2021, just coming up to 10:12 a.m. Chicago time. It is 5:12 p.m. Here in France. Do hope you are doing well. So I promised you a video. Today's Sunday, and I'm going to talk about the Forex charts and some of the signals that have popped up in the last couple of days. But before doing that, just a quick survey, if you will indulge me. As you might know, we were staying in a beautiful old town called Salat, very medieval, lots of history, stayed in an extremely old part of the city, and I saw a ghost. Mrs. Emini-Watch, my wife, does not think the audience of Emini-Watch would be in the slightest bit interested. I don't know. I think you might be. It's a little interesting kind of vignette of, travels around. I'm not a particularly spiritual person or anything like that. I don't think I'm special in any way, but I had an experience. If you are interested in hearing just 2 or 3 minutes on what happened, press the like button for me on this video and we'll have a little show of hands as to whether that is of interest. Anyway, so let's get on to charts, and we're going to talk about the Forex charts, because on Thursday, Friday we had a whole bunch of charts kind of signal, basically kind of short US dollar, and all spurned most likely by Jackson Hole and Fed talk and what the Fed is likely to do. Before getting onto the tick bar charts though, I will show you a couple of daily charts just to show you in general what is happening in terms of trends. So this is the Aussie dollar. I like the Aussie dollar. It kind of trades with a high beta against the US dollar. It's very representative of kind of, along with the euro, of the non kind of USD Forex symbols. And what we've had over the last several weeks is a pattern where we've had exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, and flush, which means we've been in a downtrend since we had the blue professional bars up here, hit 80 at the beginning of the year, and we've kind of sold off pretty hard, 80 down to 72, 10% move. That's pretty decent on the Aussie dollar. But in terms of volume, this just suggests that we've kind of run out of puff, at least on the downside here. So I do think we're in a downtrend. We've got our triple signals here in the background, but these volumes signals on the way down just suggest that temporarily we've kind of run out of gas, and we might be looking for a little retrace back up into the zone kind of under the lip. So that's the Aussie dollar, the first one. British pound, second one, similar pattern on the daily chart here. Here the British pound is actually rallying against the US dollar, but with the weakness that we've had over the last several weeks or so, we've got the same pattern: exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, and flush. So we've kind of run out on the downside of kind of selling volume on the British pound. Now the euros, slightly different pattern, and here you'll just have to let me turn on the Rambo signals on Better Pro Am. So we go to format that. Here's the plot Rambo. We turn that from a false to a true, and we switch that on, and you can see here we don't have volume signals, particularly on the downside on the euro, but down here at these lows, 16 and a bit, we've got Rambo patterns kind of signaling, a whole bunch of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of going on here. So we've had a nice kind of sell-off. We've got our signal kind of back here earlier on in the year, and all this is suggesting is that we've kind of just run out of puff, because on the downside here the move is being led by the amateurs. Remember, Rambo stands for a potential reversal of an amateur breakout, and so when the move is being led by the amateurs, it is suspect. So we might run out of puff there and have a little bit of a retracement. So that's the euro, the Aussie, the British pound. Canadian dollar, there wasn't a particularly signal there. Japanese yen, the signals happen a lot earlier on in the year in terms of exhaustion, sell, and bullish divergence, not kind of around here per se. And then Swiss franc, the last one, again similar. We had those type of signals: exhaustion, sell, bullish divergence, flush, but again they happen kind of earlier on in the year rather than in this latest kind of sequence here. So just remember that on the kind of daily charts, that kind of in general on the daily charts, I think we're in a downtrend, as you can see from the white bars on Better Sine Wave trending system showing the weakness, and that's what we'd see kind of here. But temporarily we might have just run out of puff and be going to have a little reaction move the other direction to go test back up into these kind of levels where we have another kind of under the lip type trade where we come back down. So those are the daily charts. Then let us have a look at the tick bar charts. So here's, let me show you the euro first, because that's kind of clean chart here. So euro, we've got a 4400 tick bar chart, roughly equivalent to a 1 hour chart. And here we had a nice kind of triple setup here. The triple setup signals when we have our three non-correlated indicators all come together, where we have exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, and flush patterns here. So all of that is kind of the volume momentum has run out of juice. We also have the background printed red, which means in terms of cycles we're oversold. Using better sine wave and the cycle technology there. And then we start to break above the highs of blue professional bars. We didn't see blue professional bars come in here and here on the lows, but we have seen them kind of laterally here, and we've had strong strength after that. We had red bars showing strength, and so when all three indicators are signaling strength, we got our triple signal there, and then we're just waiting for the right kind of setup here. Well, in the last couple of days, this signal on the 27th, we had some weakness, which was the white down bars here. That's the better sine wave trending system, kind of shows us weakness, and we immediately kind of bounce back and break back into strength, which is shown with the red bars, and the blue bars are showing us that's all professional activity. So the average trade size there is elevated, is higher than normal, which shows the professionals are anxiously kind of jumping in. So that's our euro chart kind of gapping away. Now, do I think that's a good place to get in? I don't know. I'd like to see a little bit of weakness before jumping into the euro chart there. We've kind of moved quite a bit from there, so we could have a little bit of weakness, and that would be a better entry point than there. But let's wait and see Sunday night into Monday. If it just kind of breaks to new highs and just kind of let's rip, you know, it's the time to jump on board. Aussie dollar, not such a clean kind of signal. We had nice signals on the way down here with our triple signals kind of go short and into these lows. We did not have exhaustion sell, blue professional bars or anything like that, although cyclically we were oversold. But the activity that we've had in the last couple of days, some strength, we've had exhaustion sell and exhaustion sell. So we've got rid of a whole bunch of sellers by having that exhaustion sell patterns, and we bounced from there. And again, similarly on the Friday, there's the blue professional bars kind of come in there. That's called a stair-step long trade. So this is where we have a little bit of weakness and a blue professional bar kind of steps in, and the trailing stop, the pro-am sets, which trails the professional bars, steps up like this, and we just immediately move away from it like that. So that's a step trade, and again, we've moved off pretty strongly into 73s there. So a little bit, you know, kind of gapping and going there, but let's see if there's a better entry point if we have a little bit of kind of weakness here. A tighter move is here shown on the British pound. So again, exactly the same signal setting up. So we've got our exhaustion sell and our bullish divergence comes in. We've been oversold on better sine wave with the background printed red, and we've got our blue professional bars, a whole cluster of them coming in here at 136, kind of down here at the lows. And then as soon as all three signals are in our background here, there's our triple signal kind of going. We have a little bit of weakness here with the white bars. We have a stair-step trade. First of all, we go into strength here with the red bars, so we break back into an uptrend, and then we have blue professional bars kind of come in. We start stair-stepping our better pro-am here, and we're just sitting underneath there. That's looking more like an explosive move. We get above these highs, that point on better sine wave, 37, what was that, 37.8, something like that. Kind of get above here, it's like that looks like that's ready to kind of slingshot a little bit to the upside. So British pound is looking a little bit kind of more compressed and hasn't had that kind of big move above the blue professional bars kind of yet. Canadian dollar, not so convincingly, although we did have, you know, our signal, our triple signal back here. Exhaustion sell, bullish divergence, blue professional bars on the lows, on the lows, and the lows. And we finally break above our trailing stop. It's oversold on better sine wave, and there we go. We just roared on Canadian dollar. And then each time we've kind of come back, we had a little bit of a false breakout, another false breakout, we came back again, we got another one. So that's a triple. The third kind of breakout could be good for the upside. And if everything, you know, moves on Sunday, Monday together with USD down and all of these Forex moves kind of up, that could be really interesting. Last one, well, no, I'll show you Japanese yen and Swiss franc. So Japanese yen first. Again, even on it's not random, but it's a messy chart. It's like there's a lot kind of going on here. You know, the market's moving backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, but still the signals kind of come in clean. It says we've had our exhaustion sell. These are our conditions, our exhaustion sell bullish divergence. We've kind of made a low. We've got cyclically oversold at that point, and we're breaking above blue professional bars. So even though that chart is a kind of a messy chart, it's giving us clear signals. Here it's saying look for long trades and we have some strength. Look for short trades and we have weakness. Look for long trades, we have to wait and sit in this kind of congestion zone. But now we've kind of come back down, tested here again, and a cluster of blue professional bars, and we're breaking above the highs of that. So Japanese yen also kind of similarly kind of poised, and the Swiss franc kind of got going. This is almost like the euro. It's kind of already started kind of moving. Here we don't have a triple signal, because what happened was we had our exhaustion selling, but we never got time for our bullish divergence pattern. This just took off to the upside with an exhaustion buy. So all of a sudden it's kind of tripped us the other way with better momentum. But if we'd had one shortly after that, and we'd had oversold here, and we're breaking above blue professional bars, we'd have had a triple signal here. So it's a little bit kind of messy here, but you can see the blue professional bars, that's exhaustion buying, getting the move going. We've got blue professional bars kind of come in here, and we're breaking above the highs of that. So that's a little bit of a gathering pattern, potentially getting us out of this kind of congestion zone between here and here, and then maybe looking to kind of test these highs. So for me, the activity this week is going to be in the Forex charts. Last week it was in the energy charts. They were looking interesting. I'm kind of pretty exposed on my gold trade, so I'm not sure how much exposure I want to take on any of the Forex trades, but British pound to me looks like it's the best kind of coiled trade. But let's wait and see Sunday night into Monday and see what those Forex markets do. There we go. So I hope you're doing well, and looking forward to Monday.